Hi guys, welcome to B Bytes. So today we will be talking about a very important topic, that is linear search. Right? So linear search is a fundamental searching algorithms that is used to find an element within a list or an array. It works by iterating through each element in the list, comparing it to the target value until a match is found. Right? So we will be discussing that how the linear search works, what is the code, what is the algorithm for the linear search, and we will be discussing the output also, that how to find the element in the linear search. Right? So we have to have a look on the key characteristics of linear search. It is simple to implement. It can be implemented on both sorted and unsorted arrays. Right? The time complexity of linear search is order of n, where n is the list size, and the space complexity of linear search is order of 1, means as only one element can be accessed at a particular time. Right? So we're gonna have a look on a particular example of linear search. So for example, we have this array, right? The array we took here, one example of an array. For example, the elements of the array are 4, 3, 2, 5, 1, right? So these are the elements of the array, and we keep the indexes also, right? Means indexes means we give the position, means every element in the array has a particular position, either it's 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4. I would say that in indexing the elements, the positioning always starts from 0, right? Means when we do the binary codes, we do the binary algorithms, we know that the language of the computer is also binary. It's either 0 or 1, right? But it is always starting from 0, right? So 4 is having the position 0, 3 is having position 1, the 2 position is of 2, and 5 is having a third position, and 1 is having fourth position. Right? So the indexes means these are the positions of the array. Right? So basically these are the position of the elements present in the array. Right? So for example, now I took k. K is an element that we have to find here, right? So particularly k is the element that I have to find. So let's suppose that k equal to 2, right? So in linear search we have to compare k directly from the first element, right? I compared k from 2, I compared 2 to 4, right? So it is not equal to 4 and it is not equal to 3. Then I moved on to 2, right? So 2 equal to 2, so it will give the result to me that the result is the k is found at index 2, right? And we do not have to work upon the other positions when it is already found at the second position, at the second index. So we do not have to take a look on the third and fourth index, right? We will simply print the result as the result is that k is found at index 2, right? So now let us have a look on the algorithm of linear search. Right, before writing the code, it is very important to write the algorithm also, right? So you need to write the algorithm before writing the code. So the first part is of the algorithm of linear search, that we have to start from the 0th index of the input array, right? Means I told that in the indexing you have to start from the first element. In linear search you have to start comparing from the first element, from the 0th index, right? Compare the key value, right? You have to compare the key value, the k that we took in the example, that suppose k equal to 2, suppose k equal to this number. So you have to compare the k with each and every element starting from the 0th index, right? So you have to compare it, and if the value matches with the key, you have to return the position at which the value was found, right? You will just return that position only, and you will just stop further searching for the element, right? If it is already found at any position, right? So you will return that particular position, right? If the value does not match with the key, you have to compare the next element, right? And you have to keep on repeating until or unless the match is found, right? And if it is an unsuccessful approach, you have to say that the element is not even present in the array, right? You have to say that the element is not present in the array. So lastly, we discussed that what was the algorithm of the linear search. So now let us have a look at the code, right? The code consists of some functions, the linear search function, etc. and etc., right? So firstly, we will be starting with the include iostream file, the header file that we will be including here, right? And after that, I have to use one more header line, that is the vector line, that is very essential for using the searching algorithm, the sorting algorithms, right? Without writing it, it will not be working, right? So So I have designed a function here called linear search because we are using the linear search algorithm here. So it's a shortcut that you have to whichever function you are using, whichever work you are doing, just simply write the function name there, right? So then we took the parameters like the array and the target element, right? Then we initialize a particular variable called n, and we kept it equal to array.size. That is called an object of that particular of that particular array. And after that I took a for loop. I made a for loop, right? And in that I initialized the index from the 0. I kept it less than n, where n is the size of array, n is the number of elements in the array. And after that we keep on incrementing the index, right? And after that inside the for loop there is another if else condition where we compare the index, the position of the index where in the array it is present to the target element, right? If it is equal to the target element, then we have to simply return the index, right? Return the index where the target element is found. And if it is not present, else it is not present, then you have to return -1. Return -1 if the target element is not found. Now let us come to the another part, that is the int main. After adding all these loops, the if else and the for loop, right? Come to the int main where I inputted the number of elements and the target element, right? Where I initialized it. Then you have to take the array size input from the user. The user will input the number of elements in the array. You have to take that, right? And after that you will be taking the array elements from the user, right? Where the n is the number of elements, right? So you took the size, you took the elements, right? In the array elements you will be taking a for loop here, right? A for loop I will be taking again where I have to initialize the I equal to 0 and I less than n, and we will be incrementing the I also here, the index, right? You have to take that also. So after taking the number of elements and the elements that are going to present in the array, so after that we take the target element from the user. We ask from the user that what is the target element that he has to find here, right? So basically so there is a step-by-step process, right? So let me run this particular output, right, this code for you. So here it is asking to enter the number of elements in the array. So I entered 5, right? Enter the particular elements of the array. What are the elements in the array? So I would enter 4, 3, I would enter 6 and 5, any random number, and 1, right? Now it is asking me to enter the target element that I have to search for. I entered 5 and it gave me the output as 5 found at index 3, right? So 4 is having index 0 here, 3 is having index 1, 6 is having index 2, and 5 is having index 3. So it found that 5 is present on the index 3. So this is the particular output for this. I hope you understand it. Thank you so much.